Ciao, this is Vito from Vito's Italian Cucina. Hey, welcome. Today we got a great show for you. This is going to be doing Sunday sauce. You know what Sunday sauce is? In every Italian home, it's always Sunday sauce. It's the aroma of my mother or my father or my uncles, cousins, all the family cook. Spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce. Okay, they call it got all kinds of names. Red sauce. Who came up with red sauce? Oh, wait a minute, it's red. Yes, they came up with red sauce. Some people, like in Chicago, my cousin Lenny Giambalvo, he calls it gravy. And by the way, go see Lenny on his website. It's gravy, sauce, and sugo. Yeah, gravy, sauce, and sugo. And sugo, we used to call it when we were kids, and we grew up with that. So go over and see him. You'll love the website. It's great. It's a private website, but if you come in and you ask to join, there'll be a few things to fill out. Don't worry about it. It's a good place to be. Anyway, today we're going to be doing Sunday sauce with Vito. That's right. Now, what I did last week was we went ahead and we did a Sunday sauce here in the what you call Vito's Test Kitchen, and I wanted to try to duplicate my mother's recipe, which I have. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a little variation on it. So this is what I have for you today, and I believe this is a great sauce. This one tastes wonderful, and I think that you're going to like this. For now, let's go around the horn. Right here, look at this. I'm using fresh basil. Look at that fresh basil. I'm going to plant this a little later because I like actually buying the plants because it's something to grow. It's living. It's something to take care of. You know, out in my garden, I have basil, of course, and I have thyme and oregano. Well, you'll see it. At any rate, this is what I have. For right now, what we're going to use is, tomatoes that are been diced. That's right. And then down here, we have a little sugar. We have a triad here. Here's pepper, Italian seasoning, and salt. Okay, and then over here we have some tomato sauce. That's right. And then now I'm going to go over here to some garlic. Look at that. Ayo, that's garlic. Look at that beautiful bulb. And look at that beautiful bulb over there. I diced it up already, and you're going to love it up. Well, I like to use a full bulb of garlic, in which I'm going to get some olive oil over there, and we're going to go ahead and fry it a little bit and try to get it all going. You're going to love that in just a minute. And then what I'm going to do is later on, we're going to put tomato paste, and this is beautiful tomato paste. And then from the water of the 2 cans of 6-ounce cans of tomato paste, this is 12 ounces of water that'll go in. And then we have the olive oil that I just talked about, the oleo. Okay, so that's going to be it for right now. And before I go, look at this. These are Marzano whole tomatoes. Look at that, Marzano whole tomatoes. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do it artisan style. And that gives us the home feeling, home flavor. And of course, you get a little Italian in the sauce, right? Because I'm going to crush them up by hand. But before I do, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'll go wash your hands. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. All right, already. Washed, clean, just like Vegas. You know what I'm saying to you? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to move this basil over here. And by the way, I called these Marzanos. Okay, I give nicknames for everything. These are San Marzanos, of course. You can use whatever you wish. I got my buddy at work. His name's Paul. I call him Paulie. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of nicknames I have. Anyway, come on in. I'm going to do a little bit of artisan-style tomato crushing. Come on in. Look at this. Get right in there, baby. And the reason I do this is because I want it to be a little more chunky. I like that I use diced tomatoes too, but this leaves it more of a chunk. And that's what I really like when you're eating your pasta or whatever you're going to use this sauce for. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that great? I love it. Reminds me of home. Mama, I love you. Okay, we're over at the stove top, and the first thing I'm going to do is put the 1/4 cup of olive oil in the oleo, and then I'm going to put the garlic on top of that, and we're going to go ahead and simmer it a little bit and get that wonderful, wonderful flavor and aroma, the aroma, a little Italiano. Mwah! You're going to love it. Okay, so come on over here. There's a little bit of the olive oil. I heat it up in my pan, and I'm going to pour it in, just like so. The golden virgin olive oil. I love that. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and let that heat up just a little bit, like so. And by the way, let me tell you guys, I don't want to talk too much. I just want to go ahead and do this. I have sugar in my sauce that I use. My mother did too. I like a slightly sweet sauce, slightly, okay? And you can be the judge of it. If you don't want any sugar, don't put it in there. But I think it would be good. Plus, it also helps out the acidity of the tomatoes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there now. I think it's heated up just enough. And let's go ahead and put in... Look at this. And turn our heat down. Oh man, I wish you could smell this aroma. I always love this. That's the other part I used to love about Sunday sauces. My mom would be in the kitchen doing her thing, and I would smell that in bed, and I would go, I'm up! I'm ready to go, right? And today is one of those days. Now, I'm not going to use any meat sauce in this. This is just strictly the sauce. I wanted to do this because I've been asked by a lot of people, hey, I need some red sauce. I need some marijuana. No. I need some... Oh, God. That didn't come out right, did it? Right? I need some marinara sauce. Well, some of you might use marijuana in it. I don't know. That's not my deal, okay? But this doesn't have that in it. At any rate, this is going to be a nice sugo. And like my cousin Lenny says, hey, I said it's gravy. Anyway, so that's what he's doing. Okay, if you can see what I got going, this is just enough. Now, what it does is it simmers it. It releases all of the aroma and flavors. And there's no general way to do this, but I'm going to do this just like this today. I'm going to use the San Marzanos that I crushed with the artisan feel of Italian in here, and I'm just going to pour them in. Here we go. I love the sound of that. And give it a stir. Remember to give your sauce a stir. Oh, look at that garlic, guys. Is that wonderful? Look at that. Okay, now, once I gave that a little bit of stir, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to get my tomato sauce, putting my tomato sauce in there. And why am I using tomato sauce, tomato paste? This is for volume, okay? Volume, okay? And just go ahead and pour it in, like so. And then I'm going to come over, and I'm going to get my diced. Now, when you say, well, wait a minute, you got whole tomatoes, you just crushed them up artisan style, and now you got diced tomatoes. Well, what it does is it comes in between the artisan, and it kind of gives it a fullness, and that's what I'm looking for. And I use the juice and everything, guys, and then we put it in. There we go, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a stir. Look how much that made already. Look at that. You're going to catch all of these ingredients in my description, and the sizes and what size ounces, this and that, all along the way, okay? So don't worry about it. I ain't forgetting about you. And now, lastly, I'm going to go ahead and put the tomato paste, okay? And this is for, this tomato paste I love to do because what it does is it gives it a real thickness, and that's what I want. I want my pasta sauce to adhere to the pasta. Don't you ever notice that if you go out to eat somewhere and you order pasta or whatever you're going to do, they give you a nice red sauce, marinara sauce, sugo, gravy, and there's always like water. Seems to be water floating around on the bottom of your pasta. What the heck is that? Well, not this. This is going to be a nice thickness to it. It's going to adhere to the pasta, and you are going to love it. And of course, there's going to be a slight sweetness, and that's where the sugar comes in, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put that in now, okay? Again, I'll let you know. Now, this is my triad. This is Italian seasoning, pepper, and salt. And I'll go ahead and put that in now, just like so. And I'll give it a stir. Okay, another stir. Look at that. It's coming along nicely. But I still have 12 ounces of water from the 2 cans of tomato paste. I use 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste. My mom used to use the tomato paste like 1 can. She'd put 3 little cans of water. I'm using 1 per can, so this is 12 ounces. Okay, so here we go. We'll just put that in. Okay, just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and stir it up, just like so. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, well, I think it's stirred in enough. And now it's time, I'm gonna put the lid on. And we're gonna let this go ahead and cook. And remember, as it's cooking, and we'll put it on a low, slow heat. And occasionally come on over and stir it. I suggest 2.5 hours. And then it'll be really, you could serve it then. But here's something else that I love to do. I love to make my sugo like today or Saturday, let's say, for Sunday, one of the two, or later on in the afternoon. Put it in the refrigerator if you can. Bring it back out, and it's even better. It becomes even more robust. Do you like the way I did that? I kind of went up. More robust, okay? So listen, check back with us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up a couple pastas that this is going to go with to show you what it looks like and how it sticks. So go ahead, enjoy yourself. Remember, stir it occasionally. And ciao for now, but come on back. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put in some penne rigate. Okay, and there's a difference between mustacholi and penne, and what the difference is mustacholi is a little thicker, and it's cut the same way, but I don't remember seeing ridges on mustacholi. In fact, I told my brother John, I said, hey, I'm making some penne. He goes, you mean mustacholi? I'm going, I says, there is a difference, and the difference is that penne is cut the same way as mustacholi, but it also has ridges, rigate. Rigate means ridges. Here, take a look at that. Can you see the ridges on that? Anyway, the idea that I like to use this penne rigate is that the ridges help hold the sauce. That's right. And I got to tell you something, even if you use mustacholi with no ridges, this sauce will stick on your pasta. Now I'm going to be doing some vermicelli over here, but I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm putting it in. Here we go. In she goes, in my water. Okay, so what I got in the water is simple. I do this because my mom did it, and my aunts and uncles put a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of salt, sale. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the basil in, the fresh basil that I'm going to put in the garden a little bit later after this show. And I just want to show you what I do. That's it. Take off the lid. Come on in. And here's my basil I picked off the plant. There they are. They're beautiful. Look at that. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put it in just like so. I've already washed it, by the way, guys. So make sure you do that because there's any dirt on it. And I go ahead and I use, I don't know, 8 to 10. There's one that fell down here. Whoops, let me try to see if I can get it. Ooh, gosh, there's a worm down there. And look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Can you see that? So guess what? It's been 2.5 hours and my red sauce, my marinara, my sugo, my gravy is ready. And in the meantime, what I did was I went ahead and made some penne and some vermicelli, 2 different kinds. I wanted to show you both. And what I do after I wash off my pasta, what I do is I wash it off in hot water. Why? Because it comes off the hot stove at about 220 degrees. Your hot water in your house is about 120 degrees, so it still stays hot, yet gets rid of a lot of the excess starch. So come on in here. This is what I do every time I get my pasta all washed off. Look inside there. I got a little bit of butter, and I mix in the butter. I don't put olive oil on this. I just go ahead and mix in the butter inside there, okay? And what that does, and that's it about right there. And what that does is it keeps it separated and loose, and it's not olive oily, okay? The butter is great, and it gives it a little bit more flavor, okay? So when you come on back, we're gonna go ahead and dish up our marinara, and don't go nowhere, you can't miss this. Okay, it's time. Red sauce is ready, sugo, gravy, right? Marinara, it's all ready. And now we have some penne that I cooked, okay? Penne rigate, okay? And some Romano cheese that's gonna go on top. And then some vermicelli. I just wanted to show you how we're doing it. And we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of our sauce on top. Then we're gonna sprinkle some Romano and a little bit of basil that we went ahead and chopped up, okay? So here we go. And we're gonna stir it up. Oh, doesn't that look good, you guys? And look at the chunks I was talking about. This is the chunks I was talking about, man. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my God. It's just beautiful. How do you go wrong here, man? How do you go wrong with that? We'll put another chunk there. I like to do that. And then we'll come over here and we'll get some more chunks here. I love that. And we'll go ahead and put it just like so. Okay. And you're gonna love this. Look at this. There's a chunk there. I'm gonna love the chunk. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that great? Isn't that gorgeous? Now I'm gonna go ahead and use a little Romano. Okay. Okay. Be generous. Be generous. Okay. Just like so. And we'll do this same here. Okay. Just like so. Okay. Very nice. And then we'll use our little basilico, they call it in Sicilian. Basil. Okay. And we'll go ahead and sprinkle on top. Look at that. Can't go wrong there. And then just for foo-foo's sake, I'm going to do this. Just like downtown, huh, folks? Just like downtown. And then we'll go ahead and put this right on top. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. And there you have it. Salute from Vito's Italian Cucina. Sunday sauce with Vito. Take a look at the recipe. I think it's delicious. You know, and if you want to adjust the sweetness or whatever, or the pepper, you judge it, okay? Anyway, ciao for now. Arrivederci. Ciao. Okay, I'm going to show you the victory garden. We got our basil from our show today. I'm going to go ahead and plant it because I love to get basil and plant it and grow it. And it's really nice to come out here and have all the smells. I'm going to show you what I got so far. It looks going over here. Over to this side, I got some thyme. You see that over there? There you go. And then right back here is some rosemary, right? Like my cousin Rosemary. And then back here we got mint. Look how beautiful and hardy that looks. And then over here we have some parsley. Look how beautiful the parsley is. And then down below is some oregano. It's a little bit in the shade, but there it is. And then I'm going to take you over here. Look at, I planted some red and white seedling onions. And I got this from TV and motion pictures, Jay Ferguson. He gave them to me. And they're growing, and I'm really happy about this. Thanks again, Jay. But it's coming. There we go. We got it. Okay. Now we go ahead and put it in the ground. Can you see this real good? And then I just go ahead and cover it up. There you go. Look at that. Look how easy that is, okay? And then in just a minute or two, I'm going to come back and I'm going to water it. Anyway, thanks again for hanging with me here. Ciao for now.